Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to the day 11 of this series. And I will start again with the questions where we left for the day 10 and resuming back with the easy level questions. So far, I have been covering the easy level questions, and the last question I have covered was on uh this one is ID number 9728. And okay, if you are following along with this series, I hope either you have covered at least somewhere like 50% of medium level questions. Even if not, then you can still follow along, and like if you have already covered the questions what I am covering for this day, you can probably skip and like or at least try to see the logic is the same way, or like there are other ways of solving the same question, so you can just go ahead and watch along, maybe, I mean, however you want to follow. And if not, if you're still there just to understand how it works, how logic works, maybe you can follow along. Okay, I hope the energy will is high for today. As well, I am back after 2 days, so like last 2 days I haven't streamed. Let's see how many questions I target for 10 questions based on public demand and if based on the audience. I just stretch sometimes. Usually 10 is the target. So I hope I just follow along, and okay, then we can start. Let me quickly set up a few things. I have updated the name and else. Okay, then let's start. Okay, looks like setup. These are the okay. 9703 is the where I have left last. 9703. Okay, which is a question asked in what city of Los Angeles? Maybe this is the title of it. Something. I hope that's not the company. There are few more questions on the same. There is a question on Francisco as well. Let's see how many questions I'll be able to cover. If these are like straightforward questions, usually the where clause or something like that, then probably I'll take less time and might not validate it with the GPT. Rather just check for the solution, that's all. Let's see. I hope it looks fine to me. 9704. Me update the title quickly. Okay, let's start the timer and read the question. Find the number of inspections per day. Output the results along with the date of activity. Okay. Get the number of inspections per day and per day. So it's like per day along with the date of activity. And order results based on the activity date in ascending order. Okay. I don't have to explicitly mention the ASC, but like if you want, you can order results based on the activity. Let's preview the table. Yeah, I have seen this table multiple times, but since like column name is not specific, so I'll just check. Per day activity date activity. Okay, there is a activity date. So per day, which I assume that it just will accept whole date, like date as a date format. Like no, we don't have to extract the day and then get do it. So I'll just try. All the DGPT might can raise it up that okay, you should have done this way, but I am not gonna do it. And then count the distinct. I'll just count the distinct users for that specific day. So they have asked the number of sorry, it's number of inspections. So like unique inspections ID. Inspection serial number is there. Then I'm just looking for inspection IDs or something unique. Facility zip. Hmm. There is a record ID. Distinct record ID from the table and then group by based on the activity date. Another thing I have to do the order by, so it's already 2 minutes. I'll just quickly do it. Order by ascending of the activity date itself. Activity date and then ascending order. Distinct record ID from the something wrong with this one. Select activity date, count distinct from. It looks same to fine to me by activity date itself. Near activity date order number. Group by. Oops. I just I'll give a alias name. Select the distinct records. So like number of records, something like that. Number of records. Okay. And I'll stop the timer. So like it's 4 minutes I took. I'll just validate the solution. That's all. I won't ask for too much of logics and all. Because like it unnecessarily starts to give the logics like too much logic. I'll just pass my solution and like check for a correctness and like any alternative solutions. That's fine. What's wrong with your algorithm? Maybe let's see. Depends on the voting. If it's like too much percentage of vote is with yes, 15. If with 10, then we'll go with the 10. Let's see. Mm, so, your query correct? Is it correct? Potential find the number of inspections per day. Okay, better and cleaner version. They didn't scored. No scores today. Let me edit it. Records are like already unique. That's what it's saying. Like primary key. I don't know. Like if they want to ask the questions, you know what sort of questions they want to ask. I think it's fine if I don't share my LinkedIn. It doesn't matter. I should leave it as it is. Security, oh, correct. It's correct. 8.5. Okay, another ways of is like if it was carrying, like it was showing timestamp. Like I feel since date was like that, I don't have to specifically mention date. So how much I'll score? I think the score should be 5 because after and before. I feel like before and after are like same. Okay, moving to the next question. Uh, 7 4 is done. 7 9 7 0 7. Stating the question. Okay, let's read out the question as well. 10 hours for 10 questions. Okay, find the average of inspection inspection scores between. Find the average of okay, so it's like pretty state. I just need to get the mean, which is like the average of it. Let's quickly do it. Question covered two. Sorry, one. This is the second question. So I need to check the score between 91 and 100. Yes, score between 91 and like 100. So these are inclusive, that's why. And I need to do the average. Find the average inspection scores. I need to just find the average of the same and give it a alias as. I didn't start the timer, my bad. Average score. I'll just name it as average score. Something wrong. It's getting stuck. Okay. Average score. Okay, this is the average score. I think that's all. I'll just stop the timer off at 1 minute. Okay, let's validate the question. And I'll just pass in the question as well. What I think is like, how much I'll rate? I'll score myself 5 for this one. Score 5 out of like after GPT review. Let's see quickly. Correctness evaluation 10 out of 10, like which is like everything is correct. Optimization if table had index and all. Alternative solution like within equal to more advanced like but the same results. Okay, have used filter. I filter this machine. Okay, which means like 5 out of 5. So moving to the next question. 9717 City of Francisco. Find all businesses which have low risks, safety violence. I'll start the timer, update the title. Okay, find all businesses which have low risk violation. Okay, which is like where PE description. I remember the column name itself. Wait, I guess this or maybe let me try just preview the table. Looks it's different. So violation description. Where safety violation like I haven't seen the data yet, but I'll just assuming that there is a low like this. Let me see the table first. So San Francisco data is there, and then okay, business location is there. Hmm. Oh, there is a risk category basically. I need to use the risk category. Low risk, assuming that the table is standardized and like it will always display low risk as this, ignoring the case statements and everything. And yeah, that's all. Like they are asking all the businesses, find all the businesses which have low risk safety violation. Safety violation. I'll just check again. Safety violation. Okay, the violation description is there, but then category risk is low risk like that. Okay, so I guess I should run this one. How suddenly I'm locked out? Random. Wait, how much I didn't set the timer. What the I would like okay, 2 minutes I consider, let's say, for this question. My solution and then this is the question. I think by this time GPT knows what to do. Hi Harshit Kumar. DSA wala ignore me. It's okay. Say I don't ignore purposely. If I'm solving a question, I might end up ignoring. Okay, let's see. Is it something wrong with my internet? What GPT is not working? It's fed up of my questions. It's not getting what I want to do. Let me pass in the prompt made from GPT. Okay, looks like something wrong with what? Not sure. 8.5 risk category is there. What if there is a case sensitivity? Okay, makes sense. I could have used I like operator to reduce or like to avoid the risk of. Oh, there was a business name, is it? Business names. I should have displayed all businesses. Okay, I'll just deduct. Yeah, ideally I should deduct 0 marks. Oh, sorry. I should rate 0 score. GPT-5. Score after GPT 0 because I didn't display the businesses. Rather, I just displayed all of the data. So yeah, pretty bad. I should have read it clearly, like all businesses, which means like just all businesses unique names. Hmm. 0 I will rate. Sorry. Moving to the next question, which is 9718, City of Francisco again. So what it says is, I think I'm not reading the question properly, or I'm even forgetting the question. Find all businesses which have a phone number. Which have a phone number. All businesses which have a phone number. Where the phone number is not null or like 0, maybe. Phone number, okay. Business phone number. I'll start the timer. Is null or is equal to blank, or there will be one more condition that equal to null. I feel that again it's asking for the businesses, so like all the business unique name, so distinct business names. They don't want the count or something. Find all businesses which have a phone number. Should be other way around. Is not null and then is not equal to. All these businesses doesn't have a phone number. Either they are null or they are blank or they are like they are not displaying anything in the data in the column. So the column name is business phone number. All the businesses which have a phone number. So I'm reading it again. So these are the businesses which do have a phone number. Neither it's null or it's like just a space. So I think that's all for this question. I should read it one more time. Yeah, find all businesses which have a phone number. So which have a phone number, which means it is not null or not blank or something like that. First, okay, let's check the next question as well. 181 which have a phone number listed. Okay. Question completed are 3. Let's see the chat. Okay, let's. Um, oh, it's wrong. The query is logically incorrect due to improper use of or. I think that's where I do it wrong again and again. Supposed to use like and mm, null logic actually works in SQL. What's that? Seems like I again scored zero. Oh my god. Back to back zeros. Like what is it? Super hit or something like in match. What do you call it? Mm, hat trick or what? Like free hit or something like three direct zero something like that. Four. Before GPT it was five. After GPT evaluation it's zero. Oh my god, again. I don't want the third time to be zero. Because of or operator is where I did the wrong. It should have been and. I guess it should make difference. Make sense. Business phone number is not null. Okay. Either it's not null, but if it's not null, I think this logic also should also work. Let me display the phone number as well and then see if it works or not. Because I feel it's or I won't take this thing, so I'll just rather let me select 5 equal to null. Comparison with results. Okay, it's true and true. That's false. It's unknown. For all, or if it's even unknown, it should return the true. If you were okay with any side of it, but like unknown, anything compared with something null would let me try and remember this logic. Again and again, I'm getting mistaken here. Okay, so which is a zero because of this logic thing over here where unknown we compare something with null giving unknown. It says when phone equal to empty string, it's true. Entire or is true. That is when is not M null will be true. No, it's not null. But if it uh, is null special case count column, not instance, no rows. If instance, no rows, null exist. I should remember the null cases where the null scenario happens. But for this one, it works fine. However, like for other cases, it wouldn't have worked. So, like in short, my logic is still wrong. The way I used or here, I should have used and. Okay, pretty fine. If I wouldn't have used the not null, then I guess it would have worked. Let me try it out one more time. What could have gone wrong if I have just used the or? Still no difference I see. Like before number not equal to null. Or let's say like phone number is not equal to 3. I see the values everywhere. I don't see blanks. Why it is saying won't work. Or due to improper use of R. The for almost every row will pass the condition. Is not null false. And then business phone number is equal to null. But for a blank string is not null true. Right. So and there are not such cases where it's a blank. I think it's just not null. But I removed not null. I'll check one business name where it's blank and then see if it shows me. Let's take John. I'll do order by business name. I don't column business. Okay, spelling mistake. The heck? This and I'll see if John Clean was there. Some name. Okay, it's not there. Which means this query is also working fine. How come then GPT is saying this isn't correct? Okay, there is one more Brothers Restaurant, which also doesn't have a phone number. Let's see if it's there or not. Brothers BR. Okay, it's not there. So this query is working. That not equal to, and then if there is a space, it's still working. Does it mean like is null is not what it will work? And then remove this one as well. Okay, so such cases it won't work. Other way around is still fine when we are not checking the null, but if it's a null and then it will ignore, it won't treat it as a null. Oh, which is an interesting. I just hope I don't forget it next time. Let's see if someone you can use stream also with and you want it like this should not be null not empty. Rupesh, suppose is not null. Either of them is going to be true. Yes, right. Maybe try actually explicitly for null values. Yeah. So what GPT is saying, that if we have a case, let's say like where the value is, once again I'll show you. Okay, maybe Rupesh that will help. What I am trying to look for. Yeah, this case, right, for or condition. If it's true or false, it will return true. But if it's true and still unknown, unknown is treated as null. It will still be true. So, like, what is happening in this query that it is null, which is false. Like, sorry, is null. I'm checking for not null. Then not this case. This one. Like, if it's not equal to this one, so which is true and like it's we need to check is null, but it's not passing it as null, like it's not taking it as null, and hence it's returning some value. Like this one is true, kind of. This one is false, but it still is returning true, something like that. If it would have and, maybe that would have worked. Hmm. Then how OR is working here? OR is. Now I don't see those values as well. The- Oh, I'm checking equal to. I need to put not equal to. Yeah. The problem is, even though like I am not checking, it shouldn't be uh blank because this query is going as true. Like it's not blank, but yet it is. And I'm also saying that it shouldn't be null or like it should be null, something like that. So I need to put or instead of or, like I need to put and here like that, something. That what I understood so far. Maybe try this way. Still not satisfactory answer. Saying okay is not null is the issue. It's saying not to use is not is null. Oh, to use is null. Sorry. What am yeah, then phone number equal to blank or still it's not making sense. I don't know what it is. Let me check if it's valid for MySQL as well or it's just for PostgreSQL. The comments. Yeah, currently I'm in class and suggest me some language which I can learn. Yeah, if you are learning already SQL, just stick to one language first, master that language, or at least learn 70% of syntax code solving problem. Then go with another one. Okay, what's the question? Question is, I'm trying to find out the uh, like businesses which have phone numbers. So I was just writing a statement using or. My solution was, I'll show one second. My solution over here was this, where like I was validating if it's is not null and like it shouldn't be equal to like any blank or like it if it's stored as a string. And then another one was like if it's like just a space over there. So it's saying like this is a incorrect because is not null or because of or statements. Because or statement treat everything as null. If it's null, then it will be treated as false. Something like that. But for a blank string is true if business is null. I think it's for PostgreSQL or something like that. Try no PostgreSQL because in MySQL I don't see it stored as null. The values for phone numbers are not stored as null, rather they are like blank. So since it's not displaying it's a null or what, I think that's why the query is failing or the answer is incorrect. Yeah, this is the sample table. Phone number is stored as, I think this is correct if it's like the or if not and all is correct if it's stored as null. We don't know if it's storing as null or just like a space or string space, like a blank string basically. Yeah, like some guy was suggesting use trims. I think that's also one way. But still, it's saying to use and. So the more thing is on and or rather than trim or something. Yeah, think probably let me try one more time. The and sorry or yet I'm getting the same results. I'm not getting any difference. I'm still getting like all four numbers here. Okay, it's not a school if we can include, yeah, not. I think I'll just prefer and for null cases and or if there is a two values and then in like I'm using or stop the timer for this one and move to the next question. Maybe it's not a valid case in this one. What could be for others? Like any other place where it's actually null or something. I'll try is null. Okay. Yeah, for some reason when I'm doing equal to it's still working. I don't know. The logic, what's the difference in this one? Here, but it's saying like it will fail if we are using joins or case when uh, or like it's empty white spaces. That's where it will cause an issue. Okay, I won't spend more time on this one because not satisfied with the answers like GPT is saying. Maybe like for some other case, I'll try to see how it differs. Okay, closing this one and then so three questions completed for this one. Um, I'll what otherwise not asked again. Yeah, I already validated that question. Like it scored 0 because of that logic thing. Like if I shouldn't be, if I have to ignore the logic, no, like not like that. If I have to ignore the or logic, then my solution was fine. Like what GPT was saying. If I have to consider that I should have used and rather than a or, then it's a 0. For now, I'm considering I should have used and or at least null part. Uh, yeah, like I should have used and is what I feel. Otherwise, my solution was fine. I'm still confused with this question. I'll leave it as it is and like not consider it as a completed for now. Maybe take a note of this one. 9718. Find all businesses postal codes of restaurants with issues related to the water related issues. Let's see. Uh, I'll start the timer and read out the question. Find all businesses postal codes of restaurants with issue related to the water, which is like violation, disruption. Oh, sorry, description contains substring water. Okay, it's already gave us a hint. Just quickly use a where clause. Find all business code postal codes we need to find issue related to the water. So in the description, I just hope I don't have to extract anything from string. Business postal code. Thank God. This string function took too much time last some question. And I need to get the business codes of restaurants with issue related to the water violation, which is for water violation, which is like violation description. It's water related issue. Violation description, which is like operator. And distinct postal code. I'll take distinct postal codes. Run this. Okay, these are the postal codes where there is a water violation. Like description is mentioned as water. Find all business postal of restaurants with. It's asking for a restaurant. Let me quickly check if everything okay. It's a restaurant table, so it's I don't have to explicitly mention or ask for that. It's a restaurant. But John Elementary School. Hmm. Okay, better to use the keyword a business name equal to restaurant. Sorry, like restaurant. Because I see schools also there, so hoping that I better since my SQL is case sensitive, I'll just I like doesn't work here, and if I use lower function, it will consider it as another time complexity. So increase time complexity. What's wrong? Business name like restaurant. Okay, there's nothing. So we needed two things. I two things. One is it a restaurant with Thai cuisine, TL food market. I feel like the just the name is suffixed by restaurant, so I just think better to leave this condition and assume that all data is for restaurants only. Table is indicating that. Let's see. What's the correct solution? For now, I feel like I'll stop the timer. For now, I feel that's the correct solution. Any suggestion? Three, three salt. If I use lower, it will say like if you use function in like this where clause, it will increase the complexity and so like memory usage because like where goes for every column for every row and then convert it into lowercase and then like that. So leaving it as it is like operator and then what score. So like score I'll rate 5. I think I solved everything is asked which is asked. Pass this and check for the actual solution. Okay, for Postgre it will be a case sensitivity. Mm, water contamination, drinking water. So it will not match the case. Correctness, production basis. Use I like for Postgre and all. Like use a floor function if required. EIN. Why distinct is correct? Yeah, could be. Yeah, I'm using distinct postal code. That is fine. So I feel like since my SQL is not case is like is case sensitive, so better to leave lower function. Like if I try it and pass it to you, it will give me like you shouldn't use lower at. Let me pass it and then this is the fourth question. No, it's like based on MySQL, it's giving 10 because it's like selected as MySQL over there. It's not. I don't know. Like my. Oh, okay. It's saying like lower is small perform. Yeah, this performance note it says like you shouldn't be using uh, a lower function if it's a PostgreSQL use I like such things. I don't know. Depending on the what console you are using, like MySQL or Postgre or whatever. Yeah, it's MySQL, so I don't think so. It's a issue. I think my video got stuck. Or something. Okay, as per modeling, we can use as per yeah, like based on the requirement, we can use. Yes, okay. I think better to move to the next question for this one. How much I'll rate? How much I'll rate after GPT score? I think it's still 5. I feel like this not a major thing I should be considering. Yeah, I'll rate 5. Still 5, no deduction here. So question covered are 4 for now. These are like pretty state where clause, so it's fine. Okay. Find the business names that have inspection. Let's copy the title of the question and then paste. Okay, I'll start the timer as well. Looks like the same table. It's SF restaurant health violation. So find the business names that have inspection score of less than 50. There is an inspection score. Let's see what where is the score? Okay, this one is the inspection score, and I need to get. I'll read the full requirement first. Inspection less than 50. It's not saying to include 50, so I'll use less than. Find the business's name that scored less than 50 in inspection. Output the results along with the corresponding inspection date and the score. So I need to display the business name, and again I'll use distinct because like last time there was a question which So I need activity date and score. Was activity date? No. Okay, there was some. I think I mixed two inspection date. And select business name, inspection date, score from this table, and I'll just use distinct. I'll output the results along with the corresponding inspection date and the score. I think, yeah, that's all is required. Output the results along with the corresponding inspection date and the score. I think, yeah, that's all. I'll run it. It's inspection score. I'll stop the timer. I feel like these are this is what asked. There's no order by or nothing asked, so I feel that's all for this one. For last question, I think like I already considered the point that it's a case sensitive. That's why I didn't want to purposely I didn't want to use the lower function. So I don't think so. Like I wasn't aware of it and I missed the requirement. It's more of like I didn't want to use it because of that performance thing what it says over there. And I don't like I got that highlight so many times that now I don't consider it. See what I missed here now. This part is perfect. The problem is find the business names that have business name. It asked only asked for business name, but your query okay, just reading this part. I need to pass in the whole question. Let it a bit. Or better to take the snapshot. It helps way better. Oof, looks like something wrong. Not allowing me to pass in that snapshot. Let me see. Okay, now it's evaluating 9. I think it's my internet which is causing some issue. Try another. It's still too bad. Guys, do let me know if it's still too bad. Admins. My stream is bad, is what I'm trying to ask. Fine, then if you can hear, okay, that's fine. I think that now it's giving me 10 out of 10 because of that. What it was saying earlier, logic is 10 on 10, but then there is a small catch, like is unlikely unnecessary. Okay, so it's not required to use the this thing. But when I use this thing, it always say like could have been multiple duplicates or something. Too biased. And what else? Yeah, and then everything is fine. Like for previous logic, it's fine overall. Minor optimization node, this thing is probably like unnecessary. So again, uh, I shouldn't be using this thing for this case. Maybe that's what. Shall I deduct my score for this one or not? What do you think, guys? Like before GPT, before GPT review, I think the score was fine. Like I feel 5. But considering that I shouldn't be using the this thing, I'm a bit doubtful now. Like because it's saying like minor optimization node. So like in terms of optimization. For internet minus one. Okay, better to turn off my video for today. Maybe that's what making it bad. Minus two. Minus two, like but for what? Like minus two. I didn't get it. Like why minus two? Like uh why? I didn't get it. Like yeah, I was trying to ask like because of this distinct thing, shall I just deduct some marks or like not getting that point? Please recommend now. Restart or checking my leave internet thing. Um. Okay. I think then like if it's I wanted to check for that distinct thing. And leave it. I don't think so. Or like let's give 4. That is fine. Because I shouldn't be using the distinct here and like it's causing a performance issue. Okay. So I'll just close this one and give score as 4 and then question completed as 4 as well. Moving to the next question then. It was number of violation all is made on restaurants. All inspection made on restaurant. And now it's pretty okay. There is more discussion. I thought that all it wants is like select star. It's like what is it? Okay, I'll update the question first thing. So this will be fifth question. And start the timer. I'm a critic. I can give -2. No, don't give -2 for randomly. Um. Okay. Started the timer. Updated. Let's read out the question. Find all inspections made on restaurant and output the business names and the inspection scores. For this question, business is considered as a restaurant. For this question, business is considered as a restaurant if it contains a string restaurant inside its name. Okay, there is a such condition like this. Earlier, it was not considering something like this, or maybe it was, but I ignored. Uh, for that question, I think what was that question? Find business systems. I Yeah, this one, I guess. Over here, I didn't use this condition. I was supposing to use this condition, but then they didn't highlighted that postal codes of restaurants. So when I was assuming business name like restaurant, it wasn't giving me any record. Based on that, I assume that everything is restaurant. Like what do you think, guys? Like how it should be? Let me ping it in the chat for this question. Actually, the answer to the audience as well, ma'am. Aware as with the best. I- For which question you are saying? That's what I'm asking. Like, if you guys think like, since it's not mentioned that business name is like restaurant, shall I consider this condition or not? Same thing for because in this question they have mentioned that I need to check only for the businesses which have restaurant mentioned in it. So like I can use like operator here. It's it's other way around. I am trying to ask like how you guys would have approached this problem. Anyone like who's aware on SQL or at least like your problem solving skills? What do you think? Okay. Let me ask for the correct solution for this question maybe. Yeah, maybe he's busy. Maybe he's having night shift. No, you should not add that condition. Database already is business restaurants only. Okay, if that's the case, then I'll just assume that I don't need to see specifically for restaurants in this condition. I'll ignore this one, and that's all. Let's go to the this question. Okay, the timer is already going on. I'll drop the view clause where business name like a restaurant's one condition, and then let's see the other one. So find all inspections made on restaurants and output the business names. Okay, output the business names. So we have to display the business names and the inspection score as well. So for score, there was an inspection underscore score thing that will be there. And find all inspection made on restaurant and output. Find all inspection made on restaurants. Okay, and output the business names and the inspection dates. So it's not saying count. I'm not doing the count and then doing the group by. Rather, I'm just displaying everything, the business name and the inspection score, for which this question business is considered as a restaurant. Okay. So we need to display two things, that is business name and then the inspection score. I think that's all for this question. I'll just execute it and stop the timer. There's no condition as well that find all inspection made on the restaurants. Um, for order by or like I have to sort it or anything like it's less than less scores, greater score, something like that. So I'll just take a snapshot and check for the valid solution. I hope strings की नाइट शिफ्ट नहीं होती लक्ष्य. Yeah, true. But then sometimes work also stretches, so it's not just night shift. I don't know, depends on him. Okay, this is not fully correct. Why? Again, case sensitivity. I'm ignoring the case sensitivity part. Um, and what else? Your logic is conceptual, Gaurav, but there's one important thing that is like is only. Okay, so the better approach should have been like if I would have used the function lower. Let me pass this prompt as well and then check for the solution. Okay, based on this, like it's still I have to use the lower function and then complexity is we go and indexes we can't use. CT is not required is what I feel like. CT is not. Execution plan, thinking lower, like okay. It unnecessarily stretching it too much, but index uses no due to like operator, and then memory is slow. Okay. No, no, nothing happened. I'm just validating my question. This one. It's fine. I was just checking like for since this is a restaurant table already, but it was asking to check for a where clause where like restaurant using like operators. So I think it's fine. I was just checking anything I missed or extra like in terms of time complexity, memory uses, or like any other alternative approach. Okay, I think that's all for this question. I'll 5 questions completed for this one today. Number of violations. This one is the next question. 9728. Okay, I'll update the title and the ID 9728. Okay, I'll start the timer. Number of violations. That's the question. You are given a data set of health inspection that includes detail about violations. You are given a data set of health inspection that include okay the same table. It's same table about violation. Each row represents and if inspections are violation, the violation ID column will contain a value, which means like the violation ID is not null. Count the total number of violations that occurred at some Roxanne and Cafe for each year based on the inspection date. For each year based on the inspection date, there must be an inspection date. There's an inspection ID score. Inspection date is there. I'll note down the columns here so that I don't forget like which all columns are mentioned and where a given date. Violation date ID shouldn't be null. I'll already add it also here. Violation date is not null. Sorry, ID, and then I need to do group by for this specific cafe and business name. This name. So it's specifically mentioned the name I need to use. Like I am not using going to use the l- this like operator considering that this is the expected name and it is as it is for each year. So I think I need to use the group by as well. Group by for each year based on the inspection date for each. There is a inspection date column. Inspection date there. Date. I need to get the column And count the total number of violations that occurred at Workson and Cafe for each year. Count total number of violation, which is like count violations. Count the violation. Count the total number of violations that occurred at row, and then based on the without the year and the corresponding. Okay, we also need to display the year, and another thing is and the corresponding the corresponding number of violations, which is like violation ID in ascending order, like order by in ascending order, counting number of violation in ascending order. Okay, in ascending order of the year, the corresponding number of violation in ascending order of year. So again, in year, not the corresponding number based on corresponding date, but rather B, and then taking, I'll note down the comments in hand here. And the total number of violation and that occurred at this part is done for each year. For year, I'm doing the group by based on the year of the inspection date, and based on the inspection output the year, I am displaying the year. Then corresponding number of violation in ascending order of the year, which I done here in order by. So I'm doing all the conditions which are mentioned. Now I'll just run this one. Okay, so 2015, 16, and 18. These are the 3 years mentioned for that specific business name or like cafe. And these are the number of inspections which are done. Since like in the question it is mentioned that if there is an inspection, it should have a violation ID. Again, for the safety, like for the concern of that there is no duplicates, I'll just use distinct, and let's see if it just adds up as a optimization issue, like number of or total inspections, I'll just say. I think that's all for this question. I'll stop the timer. And I guess I have considered all the conditions as well. Now the time for score. I feel since let's see any chat. Okay, just a second. Violation can't be done. It should be primary. Like business name, year. Let me check if there is a year column as well. I didn't check that thing. Shit. Yeah, there is no year column. Rather, do this way. Nice. Then I can to do year here. Okay, in select itself, it just creates a only in where condition we can't do it. Okay, because we are in the execution order, I guess it comes later. At first. Okay, I think that's like based on the chat as well. I feel tentative still working. Yeah, it's like yeah, it still work is fine because you don't know there is a column year or not. For your solution, it works fine. From if I would have missed it, then definitely it's a wrong. How much I'll score? Yeah, I feel like I covered all of it. Let's see the rev. Let's see the validation from GPT. I'll pass directly the snapshot. Look further. Then I'll pass that prompt as the most time I use is with this validation with GPT. I think that's where I'm taking more time. No, no, no. We are not working as a team, but I think yeah, he also wants to try it out. Not sure. But I'm still interested. Like if other people who have joined, I think you guys also pitch in and like drop your thoughts, your solutions if you are really interested in solving these questions along with the video. Or if you are very, very new, still try to put your thoughts. It will be very helpful for you guys. Okay, let's see what GPT says. Great. I'll review in a real production. Okay. 8.5. Interesting. What I missed is count necessary. Each will represent. Oh, again it will say do count star. Okay, inspection date. If inspection date is null. Okay, one thing is okay, if it says like violation ID is already unique, I think I could have used select count star rather than distinct. Could be case sensitive. Yeah, this is one point. Oh, what if the date is null? Second point, performance review, year function on column. Then what I could have used? Group by date. I'm not sure if date trunk is there in the MySQL or not. There is date function not a op why engine dependent? Better approach why it forces full scan compute year or but then it doesn't. Is that what they mean? I'll verify this one. This part. Full table scan likely more optimized version. I should have used the extract and then what? Violation ID not null, inspection date not null, extracted the year. Index strategy is not there, so that is fine. Hash table, hash aggregation, sort, readability is still fine. Oh, it should have been total violations. Still fine, so fine. Let me quickly check summary. What is the solution works correctly, but it uses a costly distinct operation. Oh, distinct is not. always required. With proper indexing and possibly removing this thing, I need to try avoiding distinct. I think it's consuming too much memory or something. I'll pass this first. Like, what is the difference between this year thing and no need? Oh, we don't have the truncate. Okay, I think then both are functions, so it's fine. I could have used either of it. Makes sense. But this extract is also there. I'm not sure if extract can work fine. Okay. Usage elements. It was it's simple function easy to remember. Yeah, I think year is better, way too better than this date trunk, and then it doesn't make sense. There's no difference at all as well. Okay. Admin, I don't know like what is PG admin? Not myself. Yeah, it's not there, I guess. Um, post Postgres PG admin. Okay. This is something new I'm hearing. I didn't knew that at all. Yeah, Choga Benito, like I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, I'm not solving based on the AI or like taking help. I'm first solving and then I'm looking into the chat or at the AI at all. And then what's the point of solving these questions at all? I have to use a basic knowledge first. Okay, PG admin post development team is placed on Australia. This is Lisa. This is to layout in plus layout. The application that is built in with Postgre install. Oh, this is a part of Postgre SQL is what you're saying. I should have some background on this Postgre, maybe later. Postgre and Rhino both I need to look into. They're like Hadoop systems. Is UI for Postgre? Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, like more better UI version is what you're saying. That's nice. Okay, already too much time. Let's go to the next question. Going slow today. How much I'll rate myself? A- Apart from this distinct thing here, like which is causing more memory usage, I don't think so. There's anything I missed, but it was still giving me 8.5 because of this case edge cases, sorry, edge cases consideration, which is like avoiding the nulls and then missing the nulls at all, and then using some extra things like this distinct here. Also forgetting about if what if like there is a date which is null. So now I'll start to also consider this edge cases as well. So I'll rate 4 again, like 4. Question solved. This is question 4. This is question number 5. 5 question solved. Okay. Moving to the next question. My camera, is it on? I don't think so. My camera is on. I didn't. I got third one. I think the background is too loud that you can hear me drinking coffee. Sorry for that. Thanks for highlighting. I'll try to remember. Okay, there's next. What does this camera mean here? Next question. Find the most dangerous places in San Francisco. Oh, most dangerous places. And the question ID is 9749. Internet. I have applied it on camera, but then I had applied it on camera. I didn't got. You have applied over camera. Coffee over camera? The heck? Okay. Oh, oh my god, I don't get jokes. I'm so bad at it. Sir. The heck, I can't get a name joke. Okay, I am not very good with it. I got it now what it means. Drinking coffee. Yeah, okay, let's go to the next question. Then, okay, I'll start the timer. Find the most dangerous places in San Francisco. Find the most dangerous places in San Francisco based on the crime count per address and district combination. Okay. I need to do the group by the crime count per address and district combination. So which is like group by like some columns and then output the number of incidents alongside the corresponding number of incidents alongside the address and the district. Okay. Need to put number of incidents alongside the address and district, respective district. And what else? Order records based on the number of occurrences in the descending order. So I need to order by the count, I guess. Let's preview the table also. So we have some geolocations, addresses, categories, and latitude, longitude, address. Okay, so now I need to check the crime rates. First thing to check the crime rate, I can check incident number, resolution. Looks like the game and theft of property. What the different? So incidents, all the incidents. On the most dangerous places based on the crime count or address and district combination. Crime count. I think that incident. Okay, so incident number is the crime, the ID for that specific crime. Um, so count again, like I just consider it as count star rather than considering that I need to specifically count, do the distinct count for a row ID. Considering this is a primary key. Now, group by address and district. What else? The crime count per address and combination. Okay, order records based on the. Now I need to do the order by the count as total crime. So based on the total crime in descending order. So find the most dangerous places based on output the number of incidents alongside the corresponding address and the district. Okay, this the district and address incidents is what I need to sort of incidents number like count the numbers. There's no where clause, so I'll just leave the where clause. And I guess that's all. I'll just execute the query. Let me check what district for district is there a column. Okay, it's PD dash district. Need to update it. In descending order. So which means like this southern district is what and the address is 80 blocks. It's again Bryant Bryant is the place where a lot of crimes are happening. Okay. And else where the crime rates are like just one. So then output the number of incidents alongside the corresponding addresses and this is combination of based on the crime count per address. Okay, so I feel that's all. Like within 5 minutes, this is too much time for this simple group by. We will take a snapshot only. Just copy pasting this link and then let's go to image. No, what SQL is? It's second time this. And okay. I don't know how algorithm works and how you guys are getting this channel. Now I am also surprised. Maybe, maybe like for 9 a.m. games, it want you to really look into it. I don't know. Okay, I think the solution is fine. I won't look into more details or something like this. I think meant most could be, but then oh, okay. I think I don't know why it is giving me 9.5. I think it's a clear 7 because I missed one thing, which is like I need to limit it to one. The most the most dangerous place it had asked. Was I think this is a big -2. I don't know, like I feel like I should score 3 for this, like after GPT review. And like yeah, Windows function is another thing I could have used a window function. Also, I thought this finally I got 5 out of 5 for this one. Uh, yeah, currently, yeah, I should have added this limit here. Such a miss. Like it had clearly mentioned twice, like the most. What are your thoughts, guys? Who's next? Uh, brand faced for next lane in demand. Yeah, thoughts अभी तो but still I'm joining all the streams. Humor Pro Max in this stream. I thought it will be a very serious one. But anyway. Yeah. Scores before GPT uh before GPT reviews. Like before GPT review. Yeah, I would like to I thought it's a direct 515, but yeah, like after review I feel I should have used this most thing, like limit one. So probably after the review, I'll say yeah, three. It's a direct three because that's what it is asked. I think I should score two, but yeah, I feel like it wasn't that complicated, but still three is fine. Okay, I don't know if. Mm, okay, okay. The questions all are six. Oops. Let's move to the next question. I don't think so. I can go for 15 today. Maybe 10 only, which is a bit sad. Mm, Chess stream. Oh, which was a lot of people follow this chess stream. I don't know, like, oh, I think there's a lot of chit chat in there. Move to joins. Yeah, I also think like there's no joins question at all, like so far. Mm, now I'm also curious. I'm working on joins and everything. Maybe like a lot of where and like all these edge cases. I think I should consider like the not null. I'm not using somewhere. Okay, what? But uh, can I filter out for joins? Has video solution attempted bookmarked. Okay, let me solve like four more questions and then I'll specifically look for join questions. I'll just quickly try to solve these four questions. Mm. I'm like already at the page two, which is like, oh, this is gonna be like 100 questions solved. Wow, what an achievement. Even though I just literally crawled through these 100 questions, tried my best to not get zeros. And 9757. Let's start the timer and read the question. Find the genres that yield highest sales. Output the genre aside its total sales. Yeah, for last 4 5 days, I'm just getting direct where clause and group by. That's all. Like no joins, nothing. Order results based on the total sales in a descending order. Okay, and then see. Okay, this is also not join direct table. Let's see alongside its total sales. These are like bit tricky questions. They don't give direct sales, but then they assume to join this number of units sold and then into price and then get the total sales, something like that. Over here, I'm assuming total is the total sales. And like it's a simple group by based on the genre. So I think group by and I get the sum of it. What was it? Highest sale. Find the genre that yields the highest. Find the Okay, again, it's a limit one thing, but I'll use dense rank. I'll use ranks here. So with sales as I need to partition by genre and order by like the order by total total and descending dense rank. I always forget to first mention the function like the window function and then add a partition by. I just do it other way around. Like first mention the partition by and then use dense rank over partition by genre order by descending and then give it as a alias rank rank and I guess probably select star where rank equal to 1 and actually I also need to get the max or I should be using having clause. I could uh, find the genre that yields the max. I think better I just use max. Okay, I'll just use a subquery rather than this one. And ignore the partition by here. Order by dense rank and rank is equal to. I just need to select star, then get the genre and like sales and find the genre that yields the highest sales total. Sales rank is equal to 1. Missing sales rank from okay from sales. Oh, the unit is set inside from sales. Data set. Okay, this is the one. This is one way of doing it. I'll just use the another way, which is like using this that correlated query. Select the genre and total from this, but it will scan table twice. I guess that's where it will cause some problem. Can I use group by TOTAL group by uh, group by genre and get the max sales or the direct way of doing it is genre and then total order by total and then limit one, but then it will kill the scope of having two. What it is now? It's not order by descending. I need to be still the same answers. I think these two are the ways. There is another way which is using the max, but it will scan for table twice. I'm thinking in a way of group by, if I can use a group by. Like, is it possible, or can I direct get the max? But then, yeah, if I use this one, it won't give me the correct genre. Uh, how I can get it by group by? Okay, group by. And then mm, having having total equal to this also won't make sense. I'm not sure how to use it via group by. I'll check for the alternative solutions. Just stop the timer. A lot of people after about let's it is that question. Yes. Yeah, I believe it's select questions and like direct where clause. HackerRank is also fine. I didn't write lead code for SQL. I tried HackerRank only and uh, first group by okay. I think first group by genre with total sales, then subquery. That's what I'm thinking. So if I do this way, it will give me the point stating that it's like the table scanned twice. But still, like since you are saying, I'll just pass that solution also to GPT. Okay, like the like sum of sum total like this and like group by genre. Group by genre and limit I don't need. Like and then there will be another select on top of it or like subquery like that. Let's start from this where Shall I limit it to one like that? Then only it will be the or I need to get the max. And then it will be too much, right? Or like make it a CTE and like select max total, sum total maybe from T1. I'll name it from T1. Then what it will be? I'm feeling now the other solution is also wrong here because I'm getting a different number for max. Doing group by it's giving me the total sales for the genres and above here I'm not doing it based on that. This one seems wrong already. And thanks for highlighting. Who has highlighted it? Like some guy G. No, not Shivam. I think A and K some name. Total max total sales for output put query like max total sales. The other one is ridiculous. And then sum total is what I need here, I guess. As like sum total. Like I need to order by sum totals. But if I do that, is it even making sense? When the total genre that yields the highest sales. Yeah, sum is required, but then will it work? Is there something I'm missing? Yeah, come on, wait. Genre, sum of totals, sum total, dense rank over. we use a rank function like this? Yeah, still same, is it? I think still same. So I need to get the genre as well. But if I do, I think that this will again throw an error. There is a catch that what if the max so max is not aligned with the genre, no? Like then what? Uh, don't you think like we should also do order by? No, like max. Select the max and then genre. Like it will give a wrong. Or I can do one more thing is like select genre dot sum total from E1 uh, where sum total is equal to, then it's the same thing, right? What's wrong I'm doing here? Okay, select E1 genre group by this. Till here it's fine. I need to do order by sum total. From T1. Okay. What's wrong I'm doing here? What are you confusing here? From T1 at the end. Like, this is fine. I'm thinking, I'm doing max here, right? But max again from T1, is it? Like, uh, isn't it like max again? I hope GPT don't start to cry after looking at this solution for sure. But I'm doing something wrong. Am I doing it like twice? That's why. But at least I'm not scanning the table, the whole table twice. I'll just ping this solution in chat. It shouldn't be there. Having or I'm also thinking it's right. Uh having, is it like here? Having max total equal to total, having like sum total equal to max total, something like that. Mm, like this. Having sum total equal to max. Does it even make sense? Or am I complicating it too much? Issue. 'Cause, 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 'c Having is that's not how I need to use the having. Okay, let's check in GPT. I'll check solution one by one. Looks fine to me as well. But still, I'm avoiding the table scan twice, but still I feel like something's wrong. T with T1 as electrons. Ha okay. Can you use having at the last, is it? Okay, let me think. But I gave three solutions, let's see. First major issue, group by genres. Yeah, already gave me two scores. What is publisher there? The best publisher based. Oh no. What the heck? GPT is also giving me answer based on the wrong question. I am doing mistake. I am sleepy, but GPT seems more sleepy. Just drop the wrong question and solution to something else. Let's see, like if it's a -5, full on -5 or what. E and K say 4. Oh, not sure if A and K is what. Oh, I like message retracted. What does it mean? This is good intermediate level aggregation. Correct. What the heck? 9 correctness. That's impossible for this question. Let's see. Order results based on the total sales in descending order. Am I not ordering it? Maybe I'm directly picking up just one record, which is like max. Let's see. Select T1, order by. I don't know. Okay, let's see here. Limit 1 is what I should have used. Sum total and then limit 1. This is the one way of doing it. Let's see the second way of doing it, which is sum total rank, sum of totals. Let me pass the other solutions as well and see. I think this is what I already did, like the dense rank thing. Select genre. Okay. Like I use CTE rather than a correlative query. Group by genre. Okay. And then use the rank. I think this solution is also fine. Second one, what do you say? The first one itself is fine, which is surprised. I'm surprised that there is no even like it didn't highlight it that I'm scanning it twice. Otherwise, like I felt like I'm kind of compute max scan aggregated. So shall I rate myself 5 out of 5? 5 already. I'm thinking because I gave three solution. All three are technically correct based on GPT. Mm, right, I think. Okay. Um, Maybe max not required. Probably correct. Question solved. 7. Which to which? Okay, not. Now this is a stronger. Okay, cool. Like this is 5 out of 5. Seems fine. So last question, like 100th question. This is and for stream it's 8th question. So I'll definitely score like 5 because like all of three solutions are fine. Even though I was like very doubtful. Before GPT, if I would say I might rate myself 4. After review, I feel like it's 5 out of 5, but then still 5 out of 5, maybe fine. But I'm still doubtful on few things, maybe 4. I'll score 4. 100th question of the day, of the, what, of the what, analytical questions from StrataScratch. But these are like all straightforward ones. Find the best publisher based on the total sales. I'll update the query. I'll stream 15 more minutes and then I'll stop. Hard stop at 100%. Let's see. Let's start the timer. Find the best publisher based on the total sales made by each publisher. Same sort of question. Output the oh, this is the same sort of question, is what I feel. Publisher, best publisher. So there is a publisher. For this one, I directly go with the CT. C1 as select. What we need is the best publisher based on the total sales made by each publisher. Group by publishers and alongside their total sales, order records based on the best publisher. Total sales, so again, there should be a total column like group by. So sum of total and or I don't, okay, maybe I just define it explicitly. And another thing is user rank. So dense rank, like I always prefer dense rank over partition by by publisher, order by sum total, and as key rank group by publisher. That's all. Select select like publisher and its total sales from T1 where rank equal to 1. And I didn't order it based on the descending order, so I need to order it ascending order. Let's see. What the heck? I based on the publish how that is. Oh, I'm partitioning it. Okay, I think that's all the solution. Again, GPT will say like I didn't order it based on the descending order, so I'll just add it for the namesake. Order by sales, descending. I think yeah, that's all. Quickly review it and then see also. Stop the timer. I'll paste the link for this one. It doesn't take the wrong. Okay, let's review the my query. Okay, 10 out of 10. Ah, nice. It is the same question, same solution what I had like previously. Same thing. Only books. It's like now public, not books. What it is? Weekly, global weekly charts. That's all. Max and heavy is actually will not to use any. There's no alternative solution also. Like it's saying the same. Let me check for any alternative. So which is the 100th question for this platform? Like easy level we need. So eight questions solved. Moving to the ninth one. I should have Airbnb again. It's how many I left? Still 1, 2, 3, 150 more questions. Using max and having. Oh, select publisher and a group by and then having some equal to. And rank is the best here. Joins. Self join. What is qualify? Qualify is also there. What does qualify mean? Qualify is another functionality. But then order by limit is fine, but they have like pros and cons. Looks fine. I'll move to the next question now. It's like these two, and then I'll close the thing. Hopefully, within 5 minutes, I'll do it. Find the number of people that made a search on Airbnb. Find the number of people that made a search on Airbnb. What sort of question is this? Oh, wow. What was it? Happened suddenly. Full screen. Yeah. I could have used a full screen out there. Select the number of searches. So the number of people that made a search. Number of people that made a search. This Airbnb searches itself. So like assuming that like whatever ID user is there is the like total number. Interesting. For Airbnb, find the number of people that made a search. Number. I'm taking distinct count. Oh, I didn't say that time. Yeah, I feel that that's all for this question. Select distinct IDs. Count distinct ID users. 66, and then give alias name as total user. I think that's all. I think that's all for this question. Just quickly validate. How much I score? I think this is 5 on 5. Hopefully I didn't distinct requirement. That's 9.5 for what? Distinct ignores null automatically. This cannot because null doesn't represent. So no issue there. Null handling. Okay. It's already being handled. Yeah, I could have used like count star, but again, I'm not sure if there are like multiple entries until it's specified that ID is primary key. Oh, this one. Like, so if only ID is highlighted as a primary, then only it's better to use like uh, count star. Else, it could be possible that it's um, yeah, like it's a duplicate or something that could be an issue. Yeah, it's like fine as the previous one, but I still didn't got the point. Like fine as previous one, fine same as previous. I don't know why message retracted. What is it like? You guys delete the message or what? Like, I don't know. I don't understand that. I need to search what it means or why it's even there. Yeah. Hi, Profin. What it is mean? Okay, let's move to the next question. I mean, technically last question of the day, and how much score I get? I feel like it's still a 5 on 5. There's nothing which I missed. Okay, that is the last question of the day. After like I still have 4 minutes. I'll try to cover in 4 minutes. Let me update the question title and start the timer for this one. So list all interactions of users with ID 4 on either day 0 or 2. What sort of question is this? And it's asked in meta. There is a day interaction of ID 4. ID 4. This doesn't have a. This doesn't have a another table as well. I think that will be a different way of asking question. Where users 1 equal to 4 or user 2 equal to 4 and the day is either 2 or 0. Day in 2 comma 0. I run it. So since we are not day in is storing interaction of user with ID 4. User 1 and then user 2. Here user 1 is equal to 4, then user 2 equal to 4 as well, like either of it. And day is either 2 or 0. I feel that this is fine. This is all for this question. The only requirement is that we need to figure out like out of user 1 or 2, which is the ID 4. And like all its interaction, which is like all the entries for it. If I try to check the correctness. So I let me check the GPT, what GPT is saying. Check the correctness. Again, something wrong. Yeah. I'll pass it again. I don't know why it got stuck. Okay, it's still processing. Let's see. That is correct. Okay. Ensure user 4 is involved in interaction either as a user 1 or as a 2, and then this is fine. So 100% correct solution. Wow. 10 questions all like I did very bad for like 2 questions. Like literally scored 0. But then for this one, like yeah. What is the average? I don't remember exactly. I didn't note it down the score somewhere. But like average scores of the day, I remember like only two zeros were there, and then there was a four, two threes were there, and rest I feel are like five because yeah, I didn't make too many mistakes today. It was straight where clause. So in total, like one, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, and like 10th is also 5 out of 5. So that is the scoring for today. Like two zeros uh, and one four, two threes, like rest are fives. Pretty fine. The average might go somewhere. What is there a pro someone who can actually calculate it within minutes? Like I don't know. But then zero, three, 10, and then 10 and 25. Then execute this one. 70%. Fine. Or better, just to get an average. Then I should have passed all of it. Can I do it like this? This corresponds to, let's see, what is that? It's supposed to be plus like this. But yeah, like 70% is fine. Need to pass the plus everywhere. What's the point of having formulas. I have to do it this way. 70% of 5 is what I can say, like 70% of 5, probably something like this. Okay, I yeah, I think that's all for today. Um, I don't know why this message gets started. I'm getting a I can't see like few messages. Where do you study? I don't study at all. Uh, I'm like not in a college. Okay, I think that's all for today's video. I think I did pretty okay-ish, not too much. And then these are like also 102 questions for the this series. Pretty fine. Let's meet up tomorrow and then solve few more questions. Hoping to at least solve. Uh, Hoping to solve at least 15 questions maybe. Like today I solved. I just didn't updated the question numbers. 10. Yeah. So okay. I mean that's all for today's video. Okay, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Hoping. Uh, yeah. Hi. Whoever joined. Yeah, thanks. Okay, I don't know, like, hi, guys, like, I'm about to end the stream. So, if you have any questions, you want to ask something, I'll see you guys tomorrow then. Okay, okay, yeah, bye bye. If there is anything, you can feel free to drop a note, like, comment, anything. Bye bye. I am targeting for data analytics or something like data science. This is just okay. Bye bye. Good night, guys.